Hi everybody. Hey, it's 4:15 on a weekday. We are live again, 4:15 on a weekday. Hope you had a great day. We made it. Another day. Cheers to that. I'm here with my OGP, my Olive Garden pour up to the rim. Some cheap white wine. My mom has joined us, Cheryl Carson. A celebrity appearance already, so soon early in the show. Hope y'all are doing well. I got a little dressed up today. I don't know if you noticed. I redid my nails. I wrecked them over the weekend from doing yard work and all of that stuff. They were all chipped. So I decided with the lighter color. It's the first time I've done I guess I did that like uh, tealish color, but this is the first kind of pinkish color. I like it. It's cute. It's a lot harder to paint the lighter colors though because you have to do more coats because you can see through it. But anyway, I'm gonna put a little scarf on. This is my actually one of my very favorite scarves. This is gonna sound very Martha Stewart, but I grabbed it in a little shop in Positano, Italy, a few years ago. It's a little linen shop. Everything was made of linen. It was beautiful, beautiful. So I try to wear it when I can. It's one of those where you can't wear it when it's cold because it's not a warm enough scarf for that. But by the time we got like a 15-minute window in Texas, so I choose to wear it then because otherwise I have to keep it in the closet because I can't wear it in the summer. So cheers to y'all. Cheers. Got two top fans joining here, Crystal and Leslie. Thank you for being top fans. Hmm. So I got a little dressed up. Funny enough, so I walked downstairs and I am literally wearing just a long sleeve t-shirt, which is like my uniform. I wear every day. The Banana Republic has these that have a little stretch in them, and I love them. And when you have really long arms like me, short sleeve shirts hit you funny. So I always wear long sleeve shirts. And put this little scarf on. I got little ripped jeans on and rolled them up at the bottom. I walked down the dining room where Todd's working, and he's like, you dressed up, and it was more like, what? No, I just intentionally got dressed today. Oh, but the hair. Oh, I'm gonna work from here down just to distract from here up. Oh my goodness. Um, anyway, and yesterday I did not look great. I dressed up a little bit for y'all when I came on, but if you saw on my personal page, my personal feed last night, the picture of me with the mask on, hang on, let me click something off there. I was wearing the mask and I was wearing a ball cap yesterday when I went to the grocery store, and I own one ball cap that I only wear. That's the only one I ever wear. I rarely wear it. Everyone's like, "You wear a ball cap?" But I don't wear a ball cap ever. Um, the uh, what was I saying? Oh, so it's a blue New York Yankees cap, and I got it because I subscribed to the New York Times at some point, and then I wore it for a little bit, and then I saw that Gucci was featuring the New York Times ball caps and the logo and a lot of their lines, and so I started wearing it again. And then next thing you know, it's my hat. I know nothing about the Yankees other than I love New York, and I guess I love the Yankees. But everyone was razzing me yesterday about that, about wearing a New York Yankees hat when I really didn't mean to. I have no allegiance to any team at all whatsoever. SMU, I should have an SMU hat. My friend Melissa actually was saying that you should be wearing an SMU hat. She is right, I should, but I don't. I only have like two sweatshirts, and one of them is an SMU sweatshirt. So, um, do you like, Peter Fisher is asking me, like better than gray wine only or martinis, or do you do your own lawn? Wow, I'm surprised. It's a lot to unpack in that. So I drink mostly wine. I drink white wine because I'm actually allergic to most reds. They trigger all of my seasonal allergies. And yes, we do all of our own yard work. We do have a yard guy, but he's not allowed to touch the grass. But we do all of our own pots. We clean the Todd pressure washed the pool area yesterday. I repotted a bunch of things. We just like the sense of accomplishment that comes with that. Also, the toys are fun. We have a garage spot specifically for the giant lawn tractor. It's probably oversized for our yard, but it's wonderful, and Todd enjoys it. And I think it's therapeutic. So anyway, so that's. I think I hit all of your points right there. So cheers to that. I go through more wine glasses though. I am the klutziest person ever. We just got a new supply. I think we got a dozen in. after I broke the previous dozen, which we only got like maybe at the end of summer last year. I'm just constantly, I'm this big old gangly thing, so I knock them over, all of that. And so this is one of the new ones, and it's very nice. We always buy the same ones. Brian says, hi, I need a SMU hat. Yes. Crystal's asking the SMU mascot, you won't lose your top fan status if you keep asking that. It's a Mustang, and it's actually the same logo as like on the front of the Mustang car. And but anyway, so one of the things that I noticed in the news that I thought was hilarious, have you seen this 93-year-old woman, I think she's in Pennsylvania maybe, who had a little sign in her window that says like send beer or out of beer or something like that. And she can't go outside really. And she's holding a Coors Light, like her last one, in the window. Well, Coors, this is PR genius. Coors sent her a pallet of beer, like tons of Coors Light beer was delivered to her today. So sweet. 93 years old though. God. I hope we're all that funny and spry and everything at 93. If not, I hope we're out of here. But anyway, so I thought that was something funny. Also, something I saw online that I thought was funny was, and I meant to mention this yesterday, was, I've been talking about how people have been kind of really embracing social media and going live and doing videos and all of that kind of stuff, myself included. Dolly Parton. Yesterday I talked about Leslie Jordan. Dolly Parton, and I've talked about her before. She is like doing the most with everything. She is like our like saving grace in all of this. So she's just graceful. I love her. I love her message of hope and love and all of that. But she did an Easter service not really a service, but a video for Easter morning where she sang her song, He's Alive. And if you are a Dolly Parton fan, even in passing, you know that song. It is so fantastic, and she played it on the guitar. Normally she has a big choir behind her. She couldn't do that with this one, but she just played the hell out of the guitar. She's sitting between a bunch of Easter lilies that I think they picked up at the Publix earlier that morning. But so her sets are real cheesy. They're just like in front of just like at the bottom of her stairs or sitting at her piano or whatever. But she is hilarious. She did one the other day that was like a poem that she wrote about getting the kids out of the house and the tweens and all of that, and we're going to survive the quarantine. And if Corona doesn't kill us, the quarantine will. That's what the kind of the refrain was. You should look it up. It's funny. I think she does it mostly on Facebook. Debbie Hoover Wilmoth, hi, good to see you. I am in the bedroom right now. So Debbie, her family is of the 5 families that have owned our house. They were the second family to own our house. And her son Michael swings by occasionally. So it's good to see you. I'm in one of the old bedrooms upstairs right now. So you'll have to come by and see what we've done. It's great. Brian, see you later. He's headed to the dog park. Stay away from people. 6 feet away. I'm surprised the dog parks are even open. Robert, who's also a top fan, thank you. My day is very structured these days. Checking on your live cast, local news, national news, Jeopardy, and Wheel of Fortune. I love all those things. I love Wheel of Fortune. I'm like an old woman. I mean, I'm wearing a scarf here with my little Easter painted nails and all that, drinking my white wine. Put a little high. I'm totally an old woman. I love Wheel of Fortune. I'm so good at it too. Like I could, it amazes Todd. Like it'll be like 3 letters on the board, and I'm like, and it's like a 15-word puzzle, like all of the letters, and I'm like, the Emancipation Proclamation of the time of blah 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 blah. And he's like, how did you get that? I don't know. It's a gift. Cheers. So one of the things I was thinking about, speaking of houses, and Debbie Wilmoth actually, who owned this house a few owners ago, I think they owned it from like the 50s until the early 80s actually. So I live in an old house that was built in 1937. It is cut up into a bazillion different rooms. Like it is it's so choppy, and sometimes that bothers us. Right now is not one of those times. I cannot imagine being quarantined with my whole family in an open concept living area we all have to live in it and be together. At least in this house, we could just like, one person goes over there, one person goes over there, one person goes over there, and one person goes over there. We are good. I cannot even imagine what it's like living an open concept. Like, how are y'all doing it? Those of you who do in some of these houses. So that was one thing. And then I also saw, on the news, I'm just going through topics here. Blah, 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 blah. Ask me things, whatever. I saw that Modern Family ends in a couple of weeks, and they are thinking about a spinoff of featuring Mitch and Cam, the gay couple, on that show. And I was reading this article, and I was reading it on like Out Magazine or something, so a gay news site. And the people in the comments, which rule number one, don't read the fucking comments, but for some reason I did. It was on the Facebook part, and these people were like, "Oh, we hate that show. It's not an accurate representation of gay life, and we don't relate to them. And oh, I hate the way that they portray gays." I'm like, shut the fuck up, first of all. Secondly, look at Todd and I are mentioned Cam. I'm getting fatter by the day. I got a scarf on, working my hair. Next thing I'm gonna have is a caftan. Todd is the buttoned up one downstairs, although he gets a little flighty too sometimes, just like Mitch. And I was kind of country, just like Cam. We have adopted kids, part Asian. Like I think, and actually, funny enough, Claire was born the same time as Lily on that show, but somehow through the magic of television, Lily is almost headed to college. And thank God for that. I hate that character on the show. But, it ended last week, Ted says. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what I was reading then. But I was reading that they're thinking about a spinoff. I love that show. It's so good. Obviously, I'm not a big enough fan that I knew that it already ended, but oh well. But also just on the comments, sometimes I read things and I'm like, why did you come here? Why did you make that comment? Like, I don't like it. Well, good. Keep scrolling. I don't think they should do that. Good. Keep scrolling. Like, why? Why do people make comments about stuff like that? I'll call you out if you do that. Actually, I won't. I'll keep scrolling too, unless it's like on mine. If it's on mine, I'll be like, shut the fuck up. But other than that, yeah. Um, so I've been having stress dreams, y'all. I don't stress. I don't get stressed. I show almost no visible stress. I do stress, but I don't. I never show it. I have tremendous grace under pressure. I consider that one of my greatest strengths. I don't get anxiety. Just the career that I have. There's always every day is different, so I have to just kind of know that change is a constant. But there's a series of dreams that I have that anytime I know I am stressed about something, which I'm not entirely sure what I'm stressed about right now, but anytime I know I'm stressed about something, I have the same combination of dreams. One of them is that I'm in a hotel and I can't find my room, or I don't remember my room number. And that actually is to the point where actually when I in real life go stay in a hotel, I take a picture of the hotel room number so that I always remember what room number I'm in. That is like a great fear of mine, and that is one of my stress dreams where I'm just in a huge hotel and I can't find it, and I'm going floor to floor and it's never right, and blah, blah, blah. Another stress dream of mine is getting in an elevator that doesn't work properly. And it's not like a death trap elevator. It's just like you push 15 and it takes you to 45, or you push 2 and you go at high speed to 100. And you can't ever get it right. And so you have to figure out the combination of how to trick it to think that it's so that you get your right floor. That is another one of my stress dreams. I've had that one in the last couple of nights. And then the other one is I can't find my car, like in a parking lot, on street parking or whatever. And I've had that one. So all three of these dreams I have had in like last 2-3 nights. And I don't know if maybe just all of this is getting to me, because I also have snapped at my kids a couple of times the last couple of days. But holy moly, stress dreams. And I hate it when you wake up and then you're like pissed or you're nervous or whatever, and then you can't go back to sleep because you've just had all this and they're very, very realistic dreams, other than the elevator going up to like the 1,000th floor. That doesn't exist. But holy moly, right? Probably because someone hacked over all the controls is what Mike Johnson is saying. I don't get that. I better not be political. I'm not doing that here. I'd watch Mitch and Cam. I think it would be hilarious, wouldn't it? I just love them. I love Cam. He's so ridiculous, but also I know a lot of people like him, and I resemble that remark. So I would watch that in a minute. I know y'all would. If y'all watch this bullshit, you would watch that show. Um, so then one of the things that I was going to tell you, I need to go on some walks. Yes, I do. And wine. Cheers, Bentley. I mentioned the other day in passing while I was talking, that I had a stalker at one point. And it was just kind of a throwaway comment. But like 3 different people have been like, wait a minute, you had a stalker? Tell us about the stalker. Puking over the controls in the elevator. Oh, Mike. Oh, y'all remind me to tell the story about putting an elevator out of service at my wedding. I already kind of gave away the punchline, but I'll tell you about that some other time. Holy moly. Yes. Okay, let me make a note. Elevator story. Elevator story. Okay, I'm writing that down. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. You got to tune in tomorrow at 4:15 to hear the story about me in the elevator in San Francisco on my wedding night. You can put the pieces together, but it'll be more fun when you hear it tomorrow at 4:15. So, what was I talking about? Oh, stalker. So, anyway, I just randomly mentioned like I had a stalker once, and like 3 different people have been like, okay, you got to tell us about that. So when I was just way before Todd, this was probably, I think I was in college. I might have been just right out of college, but I would go to events and such, and I'm 6'4". You put shoes on me and stuff. I'm 6, and with hair and everything, I'm over 6.5 feet tall. So I stand out. I know that about myself. I got big old teeth, got big old eyes, got big old hair. Like I'm a big person. I get it, and I'm a big person. But the so I'm used to people noticing me and seeing me and looking at me, and I don't think anything about it. Well, I guess I was about 21, 22 years old. I would be at like these different events and stuff, and there was always this guy, very sweet older man, like taking pictures of people, and I would always notice him taking pictures of me, and I didn't think anything of it. I'm one of these people that I've always said that if someone is hitting on me, I don't notice it until they're trying to put their dick in my mouth. Like it is, like I'm so oblivious to people hitting on me at all, like period. And so I am always, oh, they're just so sweet, or they're just friendly, or whatever. And thank God Todd is not a jealous person at all. To his credit, that is tremendous. But anyway, so I had this guy who would take pictures. When finally one time I came up to him and I'm like, because it was a lot. Like I don't remember, it was like a march of some sort. Maybe it's like a pride parade or the AIDS Life Walk or something. And it was a lot like fucking paparazzi bullshit. And so finally I went up to him and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing all of this? And he said, oh, I just like taking pictures of hot guys. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't mind that. Because, I'm pretty easy my ego's pretty easy to stroke. So I was like, okay. So fast forward to, and this was also like pre-internet or very early internet days. So it's important to note that because the rest of the story applies. So I don't think anything of it. And so then a couple of years pass, and oh, by the way, this guy ends up dating my roommate for a while also, or something like that. So it was that part I was kind of like, okay, that's weird. And then, but we weren't roommates for very much longer after that. So then a few years later, I am like Googling my name, and this is like early Google days. I don't even know if it was Google. Maybe I don't know what I was doing. Netscaping? How did we search stuff before Google? I don't think Google's always been around. I think there was another way before. Anyway, long story short, I find that there is a website that this guy has created, and there are different pages to all of the guys that he is obsessed with. And there's a page about me, and it has my name on it, Cooper Smith, which was my maiden name, and pictures of me, and it's years worth of pictures of me. Like I recognize the outfits, the events, all of this, and including that day when I walked up to him, because there's one of me looking straight at the camera right before I walked up to him. And that's like the lead picture. I think he must have gotten off on that. And I was like, holy moly. And so I asked him about it, and again, he's just like, "Oh, it's just a photography website or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, hot guys, okay, I don't mind." And he was so sweet and innocent. Those are always famous last words, right? Well, he moves away, and I think he was like the tour manager for Eartha Kitt or something like that. And so he moves away and is helping her with her national tour. And then he messages me on Facebook with a picture, and this is years after that even. Like this is probably maybe the early 2000s, like 2003, 2005, something like this. He emails me or messages me on, well, it wouldn't have been Facebook because I don't think Facebook was around then, but it was definitely on Facebook. So whenever early Facebook, or maybe it was MySpace. Holy shit, we're old. But whatever it was, he messages me a photo of a golden retriever. And he said, "I'd like for you to meet my new dog, Cooper." I was like, block, 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 block. So now he's one of these people. I think he's dead now, but oh my God. Isn't that weird? I mean, I'm very flattered to be worthy of having a stalker. I do have to say that. And so maybe that's step one of local celebritydom is having a stalker. I don't know. I kid. Well, sort of. Have y'all had stalkers before? Anything like that? Just me? Crickets. Is anyone watching? Um, so anyway, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, so weird. So, I have this website, coopedup.com, where I've been putting these on there. I just put a bunch of random other shit. I don't keep up with it very well. And actually one of the kind of my projects for shoulding myself during this quarantine and shut-in is actually taking the opportunity to update more things on there. So I've been doing that a little bit, putting some vacation photos and stuff like that on it. Obviously, I'm not a private person. But one of the things I noticed is it got, like, in the last couple of days, it's gotten thousands of hits a day. Thousands. Like, what the fuck's up with that? I mean, the analytics is like, it's like the unemployment numbers out the roof. Like, what's going on? So then I check the analytics on it. So supposedly there's a movie out right now. And actually, I don't even think it's a new movie, but it's in Australia, and it's called Cooped Up. And it is about a quarantine. And it is from a few years ago, and it's kind of like, and I haven't researched it, so I don't know if it's a comedy or if it's like a thriller or what. There's a movie called Cooped Up. And so people keep coming to my site thinking that it is for that movie. Now, I can tell you my bounce rate is very high. Bounce rate is when they come to your website and then they leave once they realize, holy shit, this isn't what I wanted. So, but how weird is that? And then, so Cooped Up, coopedup.com. I'd love for y'all to visit and come check it out. Like I said, I put these on there. I put some photos, put my photos from when I saw Oprah, a couple. So 2020 has gone down in history as, I should just elaborate on this some other time, but 2020 has gone down in history as the year that I turned into a overweight suburban white woman. So started off the year with Carrie, and all these things have Carrie involved with them. So I started off, we went to see the Celine Dion on tour. And then, or did we see Oprah first? No, Celine Dion. And then we went and saw Oprah live, had the best seats in the fucking house. It was awesome. And it was by accident, not even mean to get these awesome seats, but we got some really awesome seats for a steal compared to what other people were paying. And then we went to the Le Creuset pot sale. And then we have this quarantine, and in this quarantine, I'm painting my nails, I'm wearing scarves, I'm developing this weird accent that I don't know why I keep doing it when I talk to y'all. It's like bouncing between things. But anyway, so this is the year 2020, the year Cooper transitioned into an overweight, middle-aged suburban white woman. Got my Chardonnay, my OGP, my Olive Garden pour. And then there was one other thing I wanted to mention to y'all. So I noticed that April 12th was National Only Child Day. It came a day after National Sibling Day. And I started thinking, and someone was like, oh, I miss National Only Child Day. How come no one told me about it? Well, no one told you about it because you don't have a fucking sibling. That's why you don't know about it. Because the only reason anyone knows about National Sibling Day is because people see people posting photos of their brothers and their sisters, right? That is the whole nature of the viral thing. You can't have a viral National Only Child Day. Like, that's the sound of one hand clapping is what that is. Like how do you do? It's my own Moira accent. Some weirdo white trash. I think I am sliding into Moira Rose territory, by the way, and I am totally fine with that. Um, but yeah, this whole National Only Child Day, like, I mean, it's sweet, and I guess only children need to be honored and stuff. My cousin Christy, who may be watching, she watches most days, is an only child, and I love her, and I appreciate her, and I appreciate her experience as an only child. We have a lot of only children who are in our friendship circle, but it just cracks me up when people are upset that the viral nature of the sibling day didn't take for the only child day, when the only reason that the only child day or the sibling day went viral is because people posted pictures of their brothers and their sisters and everyone else saw. What you gonna post for National Only Child Day? You eating all by yourself? Playing with your parents? Like, how does that work? I don't know. I'm not meaning to be judgy, but hi Christy, love you. I'm not bad mouthing only children. I'm just joking about people being upset that National Only Children Day wasn't made a bigger deal on social media. Um, Peter is saying he he agrees, Ms. Rose. Cheers. I need the vocabulary. That's so. Todd and I have talked about that. Her vocabulary is like insane. I love it. Although I don't know if I want to use those big words, but I would not mind having some eccentricity. Like the nails may stick around more than just during the quarantine. Shh, don't tell Todd. Todd is totally the Johnny Rose. He just puts up with it because he knows it's one of those things he loves about me. Bless his heart, but he also knows that fighting it is a losing battle. And so he just goes with it and he rides the wave. There are benefits to being all this. I'm not gonna lie. So being a drunk is one of them. So anyway, that's all I had today, really. I was going to tell you about needing a new desk and a new table, but that sounds really boring right now. I might save that for a different day. But I will save that for a different day. But with that, unless y'all have anything, let me look at some comments here. Crazy. I know the Stalker is crazy, right, Melissa? Mike, do not let me forget to tell people about the elevator. Do not let me forget. I will save time on tomorrow's show at 4:15 to do that. And Crystal saying, what? I'm an only child. Again, I'm not bad-mouthing only children, just the only child day. How do you get your own day? You got every day. I have to show you also, speaking of siblings, I need to show you haircuts also. My mother, who is watching, gave 3 of her children, or her 3 children, the exact same haircut in the span of like 20 years. It's hilarious. I'll show you photos of it. Sandy, thank you for watching. It's wonderful. And Mike, keep clicking on things. You got to make top fan status. I think it means you got to go into other things and click like and click on all the, just like everyone's comments. And Leslie's saying that Todd and I are more David and Patrick. I'm going to talk more about Schitt's Creek tomorrow. We discovered that we actually could watch season 6 without paying for it. And I was pissed the fuck off that we had waited until it was over. But I'll get to that tomorrow. So with that, I just want to say I love you. You are loved. I want you to make sure that you know that you are loved. I love that you watch this. It's cheaper than therapy. I say that every day because it's true. This is kind of my therapy, just getting it out, can vent in a safe space that no one can see except for my 10s and 20s of viewers and my husband. And with that, Carrie may join tomorrow. I'm not sure actually what's going to happen with that. She and I haven't planned that, but she may join tomorrow. If not tomorrow, possibly Thursday or Friday. And so I love you again. And with that, I'm going to say cheers and goodbye. And maybe I'll be wearing a different linen scarf tomorrow from that same shop in Positano. Because I've been there and you haven't. I'm kidding. Love you. Bye.